about tornadoes, but I'm actually going to be teaching you about something in language called comparatives and superlatives. You do not have to remember those words, but you do see, you read and write with comparatives and superlatives a lot. So I want to teach you a little lesson on that. And you're probably wondering, what are comparatives and superlatives? I don't even know. I'll give you an example. So let's say I wanted to compare the height of two different people in this room. Maybe I wanted to compare how tall Mona is to how tall Carly is. Okay, you don't have to stand up. But let's say Mona is taller than Carly. So Mona is taller than Carly. Taller is a comparative language. So you're comparing two people in this case, or you could be comparing two things. Okay. Superlative would be, let's say I wanted to compare how tall Mona is to how tall everyone in the classroom is. If Mona was the tallest, I would say Mona is the tallest in the class. Tallest is a superlative. Okay. So have you heard of words that like end in ER or end in EST before? You probably use them quite a bit. Okay. So those are the types of words that we're going to be working with, but you're going to see in a few minutes that not all comparatives end in ER, not all superlatives end in EST. So when good readers are reading, they're looking for some of those comparative words, and that helps them understand the text. Okay. So what I thought I would do is bring in some text about tornadoes, and we'll look for some of those words in there. Do all of you know what tornadoes are, what they look like? They're really bad storms. That's an example of a tornado. And we get quite a few in Minnesota. And so I thought it might be kind of fun to learn about those. So, first I'm just going to kind of show you what we're going to be doing. So, here's some information on tornadoes. And so if I'm reading, I can read, tornadoes are a type of severe or bad weather. Severe weather can cause major damage. Tornadoes are powerful windstorms. They have the swiftest, swiftest. Oh, I see that EST there. I think that's a comparative. Swift. Swift is another word for fast. Okay. So they have the fastest winds. So if we look down here, we see winds, fastest winds on Earth. So we know because it has an EST on the end, we are comparing the wind in tornadoes to all the different types of winds and different types of storms. So thunderstorms. Do you know other type of severe weather that might have wind? Can you think of any other? Rain. You'd have rain probably right before a tornado. You would get rain. Hurricanes have strong winds. Well, tornadoes' winds are even faster than what you would see in a hurricane. So they are the swiftest winds on Earth. Now it also says they are the most destructive. Destructive means that it causes damage. It breaks things. It might wreck your house or your car or knock down trees. Okay, so most destructive, Now that doesn't end in EST. There's no EST there. But we have the word most in front of it. So when you see the word most in front of a word, that means that it's like the biggest kind. So it's the most destructive means it can break things even more than a hurricane or a thunderstorm or a rainstorm could. Okay, so if you see words like most or see a word that ends in EST, you know that you're comparing it to more than one other thing. You're comparing it to a lot of different types of something. It is the strongest or the biggest, the swiftest. Just like Mona was the tallest in the room. Does that make sense? Okay. So those are kind of signal words for you, most, or if you see a word that ends in EST. So I know that the text that's in here, that there are a lot of big words in there, and some of the words won't understand, and that's okay. We're really just looking for those EST words, the ER words, words like most, okay? So let's try the next one together.